All right, our vocabulary deep dive today is about exploring the suffixes ate and ation when you add them to the end of words. So first, we're going to look at these two sentences from The Boys' War that we read, and I want you guys to think, what do the bold words have in common? The same spirit of adventure and glory motivated Southern boys as well. My father was there and objected to my going, so they scratched my name out, which humiliated me somewhat. What do these two bold words have in common? I hope you said that they end with aided, motivated, humiliated, or we can use the word motivate, humiliate. So today we're going to look at how adding ate or ation to the end of words changes what it means. So let's take a closer look at ate and ation. When we add ate to the end of a word, it means to make or do. And so the word becomes a verb. So if you're motivated, that's something that you can do. Humiliated is something that you can do. When you add ation to the end of a word, it means the results of making. And so it turns these words into nouns. Motivation is something that you can have. Humiliation is something that you can have or something you can feel, which is a noun. So we're going to take a deeper look at what these words mean today. So in order to get ready, please get out handout 7D in your Wit and Wisdom book. If you need to, pause the video now so that you can go get it. All right, ready to rock. The first thing that we're going to look at is this word activate. To activate means to make something start working. So we see that this suffix ate means to make or to do. Activate means make something active, make something start working. So here's a sentence from the text. The switch on the wall will activate the light. It will make it start working. When we add ation, it changes it to the results of making. So activation means the results of making something active. We're using this one in a sentence then. Susan forgot the activation code for the alarm and could not turn it on. The activation code as in the code that would make something active, the alarm. So So we're going to look at the two words humiliated and motivated today. So humiliated, I'm sure we all have a general idea of what this word means, but in general, this word means embarrassed or disgraced. So we saw this in the text on page 11 when it said, my father was there and objected to my going, so they scratched my name out, which humiliated me somewhat. And now, so we see over here that ate meant to make or to do. So humiliate would mean to make someone feel embarrassed. And when we add ation to the end of that word, then it means the results of making. And so humiliation, what do you think the word humiliation would mean? Very good. So if you humiliate, or if someone experiences humiliation, then it would mean the result of causing someone to become embarrassed or being embarrassed. That would be what the word humiliation means. The result of making, or the result of causing someone to become embarrassed. So let's look. Your assignment today is going to use the word humiliation in a sentence. So I'm going to leave that part blank, and that will be your job. Let's look at this word motivated then. Motivated, meaning to make or to do. Motivated would mean having motive or interest in doing something, which goes right along with when it has ate at the end. It means to make or to do. So we saw this in the sentence in the text. The same spirit of adventure and glory motivated Southern boys as well. They had motive, or they were interested in enlisting in the war. So when we add ation to the end of that word, what word do we have? Good. Motivation, I hope is what you said or thought in your head. And what would motivation mean then? When we're experience motivation, it has to have the results of making. I hope you said something along the lines of the result of making someone want to do something. If you have motivation, it's the result of making you want to do something. And so your job today is to use these words humiliation and motivation in a sentence and write them in this box right here. So as an example, I felt humiliation when I tripped into the pool fully clothed. Something like that. You can't steal my sentence, but you do need to come up with your own. So fill in this box as well as this box, and then turn it in. Take a picture of it and turn it into Schoology.